To find out more about your local hospital radio station, you'll find all the latest news and information, where to find us when we're out and about, and how you can get involved and become a member. And why not ask a friend or relative to request a song via the website while you're in hospital? You'll find it all online at www.radiohorton.co.uk, the website of Banbury Hospital Radio.
Okay, we're going to talk to a Grand Prix racing driver now. We're going to talk to a guy called Josef Kral. You may not have heard of that name at the moment, but believe me, you may well hear that name again. He is a rising star in the world of motorsport. He's currently signed up to Horton International, a Banbury-based GP2 motorsport team, and in his second race of the season, he's got a podium position. He finished second in his second race of the season, which is a fantastic achievement. Hopefully, Josef is on the line now. Hello, Josef.
Hello, I'm here.
First of all, thanks for taking the time to speak to us today, and congratulations on your recent podium finish. How was it?
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was really good, especially after the beginning of the season, because we got new cars comparing to the last year, and we started to work together. Or I started to work together with other international, and we started to do this job in the first 4 test days, which were before the official racing weekend in Abu Dhabi, and I think everything began there because it was one of the most important parts of the season, because the car is new. And for me, the team is new, so we needed to really work together and improve the new car, which I think went very well, and we really got maximum from it. And in the end, the result is just the prize what we achieved for the hard work what we did in the test days. So it was really brilliant weekend.
You must be really pleased to come second, but I looked at the data, and I know a second is a long time in motorsport, but there was only you had a couple of seconds behind the winner. Are you slightly disappointed that you didn't actually win?
Yeah, of course. When you're a racing driver, you have to be disappointed when you don't win. So definitely I wanted to win, but in the end of the weekend, when I qualified 8th, which wasn't very, let's say, brilliant, it was all right, because I stuck in the traffic on the track, because it was a bit tricky. So I was really hoping for a better place, but in the end I started from 8th to the first race, and I finished 5th, which was quite good. And because GP2 has got a reverse grid for the second race, so I started from 3rd place. And then I finished the second race on the 2nd place, which was, I think, quite good. So I was happy that everything went like this, and it was the first weekend in Horton International. So it's every time a bit different and quite tough to get on the right place in the right time. And I think that everything just worked well, and now we've got good base on and we can work on it and try to improve.
You must be fairly optimistic then about not just the Asian series, but also the main series, which starts a bit later on in the year. And this is the supporting competition, really, to Formula One, is it not?
Yeah, that's right. We race all the same weekends like F1 in Europe. And well, yeah, I'm optimistic. I think, especially now this year when the Asian series. Last year it was like more preparation series. It wasn't so competitive like the main series. But this year, because of the new cars, you have to, or not you have to, but it's better when you really race in both series. So there are many good drivers, and I think the level of all the drivers are now, it's quite same. So the Asian series is more or less same competitive as the main series. So it's even better for me that we show that we can finish second in like also in the main series, which is our goal to be on top in the main series as well.
I see. Most people are more familiar with Formula One. It's very high profile at the moment. What essentially is the difference between Formula One and GP2?
Well, there is not really many differences in the end, because the GP2 car is, or also the GP2 organizers are trying to get the GP2 car as close as possible to the F1 car, because to have the GP2 racing like a preparation for the driver to be completely ready for the F1 when he gets the opportunity to race in the F1. So I think the car is getting really close. The differences are quite small, but in the end, every single second you can feel in your body when you drive F1. So in the end, it's quite big difference. But in the time, for example, the difference in one lap is like 10 seconds, maybe sometimes less. So it's not really much.
Really, less than 10 seconds over a lap, which is what, 5-6 kilometers ish.
Yeah.
So wow. So what? Just out of interest, what is the top speed of a GP2 car like the one that you use?
Well, it's about, it depends on the racetrack, but for example in Monza, which is the fastest one, it's like 330 km.
330 kilometers an hour. Wow. I can't even imagine going that fast.
Why? It's not the really worst feeling, let's say, because the biggest forces what you can feel are definitely on braking. So I think the straight line is not that bad like braking.
I've been looking at your achievements. You got into racing fairly young, didn't you? You started out go-karting. Yeah,
right. When I was 8.
8 years old. Well, is that is that how many the majority of drivers really start out in racing? Is that the recommended career route?
Well, yeah, definitely, because I think in F1 now, when you look on the grid, there is probably no driver who didn't do go-karting or something like this, because I think the go-karting can give you the first feeling from the racing and first experience, which you really need to go somewhere higher, like to single-seaters or even to road cars or to touring cars. It gives you really the first feeling of some racing and first feeling of some racing, also from the car.
That BMW World Final, you came second in 2006. I've worked this out. You must have been about six. You're 20 now.
Yeah, I'm 20. Yeah.
So you must have been 16 or 17 when you came second. Yeah,
that's right. Well, you need to be really as good as you can to really get to GP2, which is really already quite high level. So you need to do maximum in the let's say scholar categories, where you can learn maximum, and there you need to show the performance, which can put you to GP2 when you get really good results behind you.
I think we mustn't understate that. GP2 is a very high standard. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong here, about 50%, about half of the Formula One racers today have come straight up from GP2. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's it. That's really, the GP2 series is the main feeder series for F1. So it's just putting the GP2 series on really, really high level, because now, as we talked before, there is probably no other option how you can get to F1 than through the GP2, because really the GP2 car is getting really close to the F1, and it can prepare you really like the best way what you can really get from this single-seater racing now.
It's the only proving ground, isn't it? You're using similar vehicles over the same tracks, similar rules and so on. So 3 of those drivers, by the way, have progressed from Arden International, which is encouraging for you, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's probably also one of the points why we decided to do my, let's say, quite important season with Arden International, because we really trust the team, and they did a very good job in last years, and they're really experienced, and I'm really enjoying the work with them.
That's good to hear. Yeah. So what's next now? I understand. Had there not been the political problems in Bahrain, you would have been out there around this time.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got home like 2 or 3 days ago. It's a bit tricky, to know what will happen, because no one knows now, because they cancelled also our race like last week, and now another race which should be together with F1. Like they are starting race of the season, but they cancelled it as well in Bahrain. So it's a big question mark what happened now. I hope that maybe we can get some more races around the Europe, or we'll see. But if not, then we have only 2 test days, or twice 2 test days in Silverstone and Barcelona, and then just the main series starts.
When does the main series start? Is it about April time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, I really hope they do manage to organise or reorganise rather the races that were cancelled recently.
Yeah, well, me too, because it's quite difficult as well for the championship, which started like an Asian series and Asian series championship had only one race, which is not very good for the results and also for the drivers, because we couldn't gain any experience. It was just really short, so we hope for at least one more race.
Yeah, I really hope that works out for you. Well, Josef, I know you're a busy man. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the very best for the up-and-coming season, the main series especially.
Thank you.
I'll be following your progress very closely, believe me.
All right. Good.
And I hope you get many more podium finishes.
Thank you very much.
And presumably when you're on the podium, do they give you a big bottle of champagne to spray all over the place? Is that?
It was a bit funny in Abu Dhabi, because they can't drink.
Oh, it's banned there, isn't it? Of course. How does that work over there then?
Yeah, well, it was just like a soft drink. It was really sweet.
Not quite the same.
Not really.
Okay. Well, thanks again, Josef. I wish you all the very best. One more question. When you progress up to Formula One, I'm sure you will. I mean, you've got huge potential, particularly as you're only 20. Will you come back and talk to us in the future?
Yeah, definitely. Why not?
Probably.
Yeah, hope so.
Okay, Josef. Thanks very much for your time, and look forward to speaking to you again sometime.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers, Josef. All the best.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.